So, Aquarius, welcome to your mid-February 2017 tarot reading. The next 2 weeks, I feel like you're coming into a period of major insights, wisdom, and reassessment. For some of you, I feel like there might have been, back in December, January, and so on. And I'm seeing December strongly. There might have been like a major argument that you had with another person. And I feel like harsh words were thrown about from both sides, where I feel that it really affected your self-esteem. And I feel like the harsh words were thrown about in a way that was very revealing of how the other person truly, honestly feels about you. And I'm sensing that, there were a lot of truths that were said, and as a result of it, it made you open up your eyes. But at the time, you might have been a little bit defensive. And I feel like, in hindsight, moving on, so that was like 2 months ago. I feel like now you're emerging in February and you're reflecting and you're looking back at the situation, you're looking back at the person, and you're looking back at what was said during that December timeframe. And you're starting to, let your guard down. You're not defensive anymore. And you start to think that, hey, there was actually a lot of truths and insights and wisdom in what they said about me. And so I feel many of you are at a point where you want to change yourself. You want to make yourself a better person. So I'm seeing a lot of, dedication for self-improvement. I'm feeling some of you are taking what people say and you're trying to become a better person, which is great. So I feel like there's a lot of renewal, healing, and just, incorporating insights into your own lives as you move forward, okay? And then for others, there might have been job situation that did not pan out the way that you had hoped back in the December timeframe. And right now you're trying to, make the most of it. You're trying to be patient. You're trying to emotionally moderate yourself. And I feel like, the work situation, it's not great right now, but I feel that it's going to get better. And I do sense as well in the time of Aries, so that's going to be, late March, early April, I feel that things are going to get better. And I do see new job opportunities coming through for you guys in about a month and a half. Like they're saying like 6 weeks time, so a month and a half. I feel that that's going to be coming into the picture. It's not exactly what you anticipate, but I feel that the new job can be built upon, okay? And then others of you, I'm seeing a lot of residual, like family issues, or even dealing with family members. The family issues are not always bad, but I feel like there's a lot of interaction with family. There's a lot of concern for family, and there's also, I'm seeing your family, which is your own siblings, your parents that you're dealing heavily with for this month. And it's also your birthday time, so I feel like that's normal. And then I'm also seeing a lot of concerns with children, okay, especially like reconnecting with children, having children that might live further away from you. So I'm seeing a lot of maturation happening in your life coming through for this month, where insights, wisdom have come through, and you are starting to realize what is really meaningful and important to you at this point. And because the sun right now is in your constellation, it brings about a solar return. And the intentions that you set moving forward from now for the rest of this year is going to be really meaningful. Okay, so for those of you who are looking to moderate your weight, like weight loss, or trying to, wean yourself away from addictions as well, it's a really good time to set the intentions in that manner. And then others of you who, I'm seeing some people going through therapy. I'm seeing like insights being brought through via a third impartial party, somebody who's very objective. They might be just very blunt with the things that they say, but I feel like you're receiving insights and wisdom that you know to be true, so you're not defensive. You're taking it in strides, okay? So it's great. And then I'm sensing others of you, working at the gym, getting fit, getting into shape, as well as monitoring like very stringently your diet. So that means, caloric intake and, burning off weight. So I feel like you're in a really, really good space right now for self-improvement, self-work, physically, emotionally, and also spiritually for many of you. So I do see dietary changes. I do see like a new you emerging in the springtime. Okay, so it looks really good. It looks very positive. I'm just seeing that a lot of you might have left a relationship behind, and I feel that you're walking into, you know, the latter half of February, possibly single or dating, but not seriously involved with anybody specifically. I'm seeing for some of you too, there is a lot of readjustment that is needed in existing relationships for those who are in a relationship, okay? So those of you who are single or dating casually, I feel like you're in a really good position. You're having fun, you're going out, and there's just a lot of, you know, buoyant energy. And then others of you in relationships, I feel like there's a lot of restructuring that needs to happen on a very systemic level regarding communication with the other person, values differences, where you're spending your money, as well as trips being taken. I feel a few of you might be in long distance relationships and you're kind of reassessing as well whether or not it's sustainable to maintain it, mainly because of the geographical distance, okay? You do really well in long distance relationships, and I feel that because, you know, you live in the head, so you can fantasize, you can, you know, have a relationship play out very vividly in your head, but I feel like it might take an emotional toll on the other person. If they're an air sign too, that's great. But if they're like a water sign or especially an earth sign, it can be a little bit more difficult to maintain that relationship with them. And then if they're a fire sign too, I feel like, you know, you might start to drift apart rather than, you know, that old adage like absence makes the heart grow fonder. I feel that you might start drifting apart with this fire sign if you're involved with them long distance. So I feel like the next 2 months, the next 2 weeks is conducive for growth, incorporating insights and new wisdom into your current situation. And I do see a lot of experimental dating, which is good for you guys. Just make sure you do adequate healing in between one relationship before you jump into another, because I feel like a lot of you have gained a lot of insights, but the process of it's more like, you know, the healing process itself is a process. So you want to take what you've learned from the past and try to incorporate that into your dating life, because I feel that that's going to provide you with better insights as to which direction to go, who to look for, and who you want to be with, okay? So good for you, Aquarius. I'll be back in March. I'll talk to you soon.